Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Chris Mannix is here. So we were going over some of the people that or entities that Mike Buschetti's following on Twitter. So what were some of the more surprising ones?
Well, he's following the Pittsburgh Downtown Community Development Corporation.
All right, how was that? Like what? It sounds like maybe he did a gig there and he met somebody from there and said, but how does he even type that in? Like, what?
There's no way he typed that in.
He's also following the Staten Island Stingrays, which is a boys AAU basketball team.
That's a little creepy. Not gonna lie, that's a little creepy.
Mm-hmm. And then I just found this one, Jim Nags, which this guy's verified. He's the Salvation Army USA Western Territorial Commander. Like this is the random stuff that he's following.
Staten Island Stingrays and the Territorial Commander for the
Salvation Army USA Western Territorial Commander.
What? Someone's got to be doing this as a joke or something.
I have no idea.
And what's the creepy one?
Oh, and then he's following like Creep Shot or something.
Creep Shot? What's
like,
that?
I didn't get to click on it, but it has a little thing. I'll go back up and get it. But I think it's where like if you're on like a bus or something. Yeah. And then you get like a girl who's not looking, you unsuspectingly take a creep shot or something.
Oh my God.
And then they post it.
Oh my God. He's following that corporation or something?
He's following that thing along with the Staten Island Stingrays.
Okay.
Those two go
great.
together.
That's not looking good in the court of law.
That goiter's a creep shot.
The problem, the problem is, Mike, I think Mike believes you're supposed to follow whoever follows you. And so as soon as
the Staten Island Stingrays are following Mike Buschetti?
Yeah.
Can we check that? Are the Staten Island Stingrays following Buschetti?
There's no way
that might mitigate it to some degrry, but if they're not following him, he's
but we know that rule is not true, because if that were true, then he would be following the same amount that they're following him.
But Baby hasn't figured that out.
He follows everyone that follows him, and then he follows some people that he's personally interested in as well. I think that's why we have this number.
He's following at comedy.
Yeah.
Got some interest there.
For sure.
I don't know what what comedians is he following? That's the other thing. What women is he following?
There's got to be a handful of porn stars in there. This list is going to yield some really, really bad.
But here's the thing, I hope there is, because that's what an average adult man would be following.
The Staten Island Stingrays are following him.
They are.
Well, there's the Staten Island connection there.
I wonder if he goes to games. Does he go up to the crowd and said, the old Staten Island Stingray game?
Yeah. No. He doesn't leave the house.
He doesn't even have to dress up.
He barely leaves the house for work. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't leave the house for work.
Yeah. It is hard for, let's admit, it is hard for him to get around without a driver's license.
That's true. I forgot about that.
It's probably a huge pain every night just trying to procure a ride to the studio.
When you're 52.
Yeah.
Because New York isn't known for its public transportation.
Well,
that's Staten Island. I mean, it's not just a little hop, step, and a jump.
They have huge, fast bus routes, and don't they have a train, too?
Huge, fast bus routes to get from here to Staten Island.
Well, they have a ferry.
They have a ferry.
Listen, let's face it. When you're 52...
It's hard to do.
Let's go over the checklist.
There's no, direct way.
Let's go over the checklist where, your public transportation might not be as friendly. You're 52, morbidly obese, pale. You have a goiter and the gout.
Not a strong reader.
Not a strong reader.
Well, he should be able to get one of those handicap passes then.
Not a strong reader, not a strong writer.
Exactly. But just imagine how daunting that must be when the signs are written with letters that you may or may not understand.
And he looks like he's got some sort of infection.
Yeah.
He's
that's the thing. Tight quarters on those public transportation, on a train or on a
I can't really see that without my glass.
And if one driver or conductor on the train sees him trying to sneeze like that, you don't think they're going to report that as a potentially dangerous person?
Or just gagging himself when he has a chalking fit.
He's about to release a chemical weapon with that sneeze. That's what's taking so long to build up to it.
There's a lot of weapons you could hide in that second chin.
Yeah.
Just whatever's inside.
No, we know
his
now
stomach.
it's not a second chin. Let's be fair to Mike. Hide it in his goiter.
No. Well, you don't know it's a goiter. There's a better chance it's a second chin than a goiter.
Maybe it's both.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Adrien Dantley. Speaking of people,
You love this story.
I do. Adrien Dantley is working as a crossing guard in the Maryland area What now? Adrien Dantley was in the
giving
NBA
back.
for 15 years.
One of the better scorers
One of the
in
better.
the NBA.
He's also the 1/3 of a 3-part answer to a great trivia question. 1977. Three men were Rookie of the Year in their respected sports, professional sports, all with the initials AD.
I've heard this before.
Adrien Dantley was one.
That's all.
Rookie of the Year, 1977.
I know I heard this.
Oh,
before.
wait.
It's a trick question, but that's
Anthony Dorsett.
yes, he's the trick part. Tony Dorsett and who's the baseball guy? The other one's baseball.
That's all you.
I don't know.
Oh wait, no, don't give up, man.
I've long given up.
You could
Yeah.
easily find.
You didn't even try.
I've heard, I feel
You
like
quit
Do you
before
know
you
this?
started, man.
Do you know
I'm
this,
terrible
John?
at trivia. Terrible.
But this is the type of thing a guy of your knowledge of
on.
sports with a
AD 1976,
77.
77, baseball. I don't know.
Adrien Dantley's basketball. Anthony Dorsett is the trick part of the question, football. And you know this, right, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
Because he was
Turn around, Chris. Look, what do you see?
A lot of Yankees.
What helmet do you see?
Rutgers. Cubs. Is that a helmet?
Is Mark Grayson answer this question?
No.
Is that why Milano's in there?
No, but that's an excellent hint.
Alfonso.
He was
MVP for the
He
Cubs.
was famous for playing for two teams. The Cubs were one, both in the National League. Rookie of the Year was
Andre Dawson.
Yes.
There it is.
Ah.
2 teams. That kind of. Yeah. He was a Red Sox
See,
for a
look
while,
at
too.
that.
He
There
won,
you go.
He won.
You got it.
He won
See,
with
you're
a
good at
team now
trivia.
defunct.
You win a goiter.
Expos are done. Now
Yeah.
defunct team. He won the.
I think he was the only man to win MVP on a last place team.
Is that true? He
I
won,
think- yeah.
I hate to say this. I think the Cubs may also had Ernie Banks do that, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was Ernie Banks did the same thing.
I don't
not.
think he was. I don't think they were last place. I think
Oh, okay. Yeah, what year did he win the MVP, Andre? Those.
87 was it? 88.
Oh, okay. He was in the. Well, so Adrien Dantley. So what is this? Just like he's got to have a lot
True
of
story.
money, right?
He must be okay. But he played in the era where you weren't making a ton of money.
Well, that's the thing. He might not be okay.
But he
Maybe
was-
he had some sort of.
yeah.
Did he have issues?
Psychotic break. I don't know.
He was an All-Star in 1987. So if you're an All-Star in 1987, I guess maybe you're not making that.
You're not
Yeah,
making too
I
much
guess
money,
you're
and
right.
you're certainly not making money
How
where
scary is that?
you're comfortable. But look, he was an assistant coach for a long time
If he
under
was
George
rookie,
Karl.
if he was rookie of the year in '87, he'd be worth $50 million. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's how much the salary.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, he was an assistant coach for several years, and assistant coaches make pretty decent money in the NBA. I mean, I
And
just wonder
when
what
you're an
they.
I don't know if it works the same way for the NBA as it does with the NFL, but I think you get accrued seasons as a coach, just like you do as a player, as far as your
You might. I don't know the answer to that
severance
question.
and your
Yeah.
401k
17
and your
G's
pension
a
go.
year, he claims his health insurance. 17 grand a year. His health insurance. So that's.
Is
what
he getting health insurance from? He's getting it from.
Yes, the new job, the
new job,
crossing guard
right.
job.
Yeah, that's why he's doing it. Yeah.
All right.
Man, Major League Baseball, that
Cobra
union
plan stuff.
is amazing compared to NBA and NFL. Because I think after 10 years, you get health insurance for life, right?
I don't know.
With
I don't know how
MLB.
it goes. I mean, I would hope that's the case.
15 years he was in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was an All-Star 10 times, right? Something like that.
Yeah, you still don't. I mean, I don't know how much money he could have been making. Somebody go on basketballreference.com. They'll show, if you look up his page on basketballreference.com,
Yeah, I
it'll show
know.
how much money he's made in his career. They usually have those salaries there.
It's funny. I wonder why we ever have an argument about anything anymore. We have computers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what he was making.
It
I'm
couldn't have been
curious
that much.
what a
It
guy
probably
goes
couldn't
like-
have lasted him until now, to the point where he wouldn't have to work.
Right.
But it's a weird story. I don't think anyone's gone to talk to him about it either.
How good of a chance do the Pacers have of beating the Heat?
Oh, huge chance. They're going to win.
Do you think? I
Yeah.
mean, they said that last year again too, man.
Yeah, but different team.
You see-
Indiana's better. I think Miami's a little bit worse.
In what way is Dwayne Wade really starting?
Mostly to Wade's
Yeah.
health. I mean, LeBron, you saw him play against Golden State the other night. He had that three-pointer. That was a ridiculous shot that won the game for them. He's starting to play like the MVP.
Like LeBron.
Again, yeah. But Wade's missed like a dozen or so games with a knee. He set out that other game the other night against the Warriors with a foot injury.
And the third part of the super trio, Bosch seems to be a non-entity.
No, he's okay. I mean, Bosh
Every
is what
once
he
in
is
a while,
right now.
he shows up a little more obviously, I think.
Look, he's going to
best.
he's actually played pretty well. He's an all-star starter this year. Or not, I don't know if he's a starter, but he's on the all-star team.
Was there
this
anyone
year.
left out of the All-Star team that you felt like belonged?
Kyle Lowry in Toronto maybe should have made it. DeMarcus Cousins in Sacramento maybe should have made it. But I hate people that say this guy got snubbed. Because when you say that, you have to say, all right, who comes off the team?
Right.
And I don't
Exactly.
think anyone.
That's the problem.
There's
yeah.
no one that, like last year, it was all about Steph Curry. Steph Curry got snubbed. All right, should Tony Parker have come off that team last year? No. It's
If the voting were tomorrow, is there any way Durant doesn't get MVP?
no, he would get it. He's got my vote.
Yeah, this has been a long time since someone's been that impressive.
He has, but
It's a pretty decisive difference in points per game between him and LeBron, isn't it?
yeah, but he's won the scoring title before and not won the MVP. He's won like I think
Has
3
it
of the
been
last 4
this
years.
decisive though? I mean,
Yeah,
it's like 32 to like 26.
It
or
has
something.
because LeBron, since he went to Miami, it's never been about scoring. It's been about the total game. You know, defense, rebounding, assist, all that. I mean, he almost had a triple double against the Warriors.
And LeBron's like shooting percentage this year is the highest it's ever been.
What's separating Durant this year is Oklahoma City's winning a lot. They're probably going to win the Western Conference, and they're holding off San Antonio and all these other teams. And he's doing it without Russell Westbrook too. Remember, Westbrook's been out.
That's a huge
half the
thing
season.
not to have. People
He's
don't
coming back
understand
after
it.
the break.
That
He'll
is
be
a
back.
big. I mean, he comes back after the
So
break. They're
soon.
going to be something else, man. Right? I mean,
Hopefully, you know
Wouldn't
what I'm
that
saying?
say?
You just sometimes when you reincorporate.
Look at Derrick Rose coming back this year for Chicago. Just not the same.
yeah, but still, I think it's
Different injury, though. Westbrook's
it's a different
okay.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
What the Durant situation with Oklahoma City and LeBron, say Oklahoma City takes over and starts winning championships. What'll history say about this Heat team if they only have these 2 championships? What'll history? Will it be a disappointment?
You're assuming they get broken up at the end of the year. That
that they only get these 2.
would it be, I don't know if it'd be a disappointment. That's a good question.
I mean, considering LeBron goes out there and says not 1, not 2, not 3, not 6, not 7.
I mean,
And what do you
that
think?
was just dumb.
Yeah.
Like that was, he compounded the decision by going to that Boys and Girls Club and doing what he did with that stupid smoke show that they had down in Miami. I mean, that was just a whole dumb month for LeBron and the Heat. But 2 championships, 3 trips to the finals. It's not bad in today's NBA.
But not dominant. We've got to take a break. Shane, real quick, what were Dantley's numbers?
It was incomplete, but for the last 4 years that he played, it was $3.5 million.
A year.
No.
A total.
For,
He
yeah.
made
Total for those
$3.5
4.
million in 4
Wasn't
years.
huge money.
So not huge money. Still. Crossing guard.
still,
my God. That's a bad money man.
That's a lot of money.
And, okay, back into this. Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Let me say thanks to French Quarters Guest Apartments for being our New York City hotel. Let them be your headquarters in New York City. Go to FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next stay. And, so you're getting all set to go to the swimsuit issue for...
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite week of the year. They just revealed the cover yesterday. It was on Jimmy Kimmel, I think, when they revealed it.
Right.
It's a spectacular week
It
because
is. The cover.
everyone goes down and parties. It is like 3 straight days of a good time. And I'm hosting, we do a live show down there on SI.com in the afternoon that I'm hosting Wednesday and Thursday. And then, of course, I'm going to channel my inner Ryan Seacrest and host the red carpet events
You are.
at the parties that night.
I was going to say, what is your function down there? That sounds like a good function.
It's a very low level function. That's for sure. It's not a.
I just had the cover here. It's 3. There's 3 chicks on the cover.
It's 3.
Awesome.
It's Chrissy Teigen, far to the left. The middle, Lily Aldridge, who's used to be a Victoria's Secret model, probably still is.
Right.
Nina Agdal, who's been around for a few years as well.
Didn't
quite the
two
crew.
of those women play in the Beach Bowl?
Tegan did.
Teigen, because she's John Legend's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the one on the left did too.
I think Lily. Oh yeah, Nina. Oh yeah, Nina did. Yeah. Yeah, she's been part of the issue for years.
They were hot.
But the
So
funny
this
part
was met with some public uproar and outrage, right?
Why is
This
that?
cover.
was it.
I thought you were.
I think
thought
it
you were-
always is, isn't it?
I thought you were Chris going down for the Miami.
No, I think people object to the fact that they're wearing just bottoms and that their bottoms are the focus and that they're
Why?
We do body paint at this
Crossing.
point.
But
I
why
know.
is that? Why would that be a problem?
Listen, it's not a problem for me. It's
No,
a
but I'm
problem
saying, what
for
did you
some
hear?
of the, I don't know, more conservative types out there.
That their bottoms-
Part of that group that cancels their subscription every year.
You
when
know,
the swimsuit issue
by the way,
comes out.
let me say something about that. The people out there that swear they cancel a subscription, it's less than 1%.
Yeah.
Really?
What,
Yeah.
what is
Nobody's
their
canceling
problem
their
with
subscription.
It? What is their problem with
Because
it?
it's this day and age, Artie, in the days of Twitter and social
Objectifying
media,
women.
everyone wants to reach for that low-hanging fruit. Like, oh my God, like they don't think they're objectified. A lot of their careers are made based on stuff like this. Kate Upton exploded.
That's
being
what
on the
they
cover.
think. Oh, they think these. Why don't they ask them? Why don't they ask them for their opinion?
Because that would be too easy.
Chris,
Right.
next year, if the swimsuit edition television show conflicts with the Artie Lange home run derby, which one will you choose?
Sorry, fellas.
Listen, if I had a chance to blow off the Artie Lange home run derby for this, I would do it in a heartbeat.
That was quite the experience, though.
Are we doing that again?
Do you want to do it again?
Can't bring
I'm
you
gonna
can't bring your
practice.
nephew into play again.
Well,
the
no,
kid hit like
I didn't know he
100
was-
home runs.
I didn't know he was that
Seriously.
good.
I need to know now because it'll probably take me this long
Dude, it was
to
really
practice
embarrassing.
So that I'm not going to
Do you
want to
do it again? Honestly, I'll say.
Do I want to?
You're a former pro athlete. Do you really want to put yourself through that again?
I would like to.
I mean, look at me. I
Why don't
beat
we
you by
do-
7 homers.
Why don't we do a football game?
But what are we going to do? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I don't think we can.
It doesn't make any
So
sense.
let's do the home run thing and I'll practice.
I'll
go
do
to the
one where we're
batting
throwing
cage.
passes and stuff. I'll take anyone here quarterbacking.
The best part of the
Yeah.
home run derby was Boschetti was falling down at the crack of the bat. Like, it didn't matter where, it honestly didn't matter where the ball was
It would
going.
startle him
Yes.
or something. Yeah. As soon as he would try to move
Yeah.
in any direction.
Well, he had a pair of enormous
would fall.
Wrangler jeans.
and they would fall down as he fell. He would move, he would lurch, I should say, in the general direction of the ball, and his pants would fall down as he fell to
well,
the ground.
weight. Well, now we know the weight of his goiter was taking him forward.
Yeah.
Remember when he fell?
gotta
He
be.
fell down on one play, and I went out
did
there. I went out there with the camera, and he said he feels like he may have gotten a case of spinal meningitis, which you
Really?
clearly can get by falling down. Yes, they have spinal meningitis. Yeah,
I think I got a fleshy growth.
goodness.
Fleshy growth. He
bad.
did. Like you would hear the bat, and he would hear the bat, and he would just go,
Yeah.
and like those big Wrangler jeans. But I mean, you being a former NFL, you didn't
Yeah.
hit the ball out of the infield.
I couldn't. No, you're
How
right.
is that possible?
I can't play baseball, and I never did. That's why I never played baseball, because I can't use implements to strike small objects. I'm just really bad at that.
Oh, yeah, we have Bruschetti. Here's Bruschetti in the
Video.
monitor.
This is one of those days where you got to be watching this on TV because some of this stuff is terrible.
Bad with
He's
the.
picking his butt.
You know
after
what, though?
getting
He
that-
made contact almost every swing.
He did. Yeah, we're talking more about when he would have to go in the outfield.
But he said that he played baseball when he was young.
Yeah, but he was almost bunting while he was doing it.
Right.
Look
Like,
at the, hand,
sometimes
look
you
at the
just
hands on
leave
the
bat
bat.
out there.
There's no way you played baseball with the hands like that. They're completely
you weren't here.
mispositioned.
You weren't here
No,
the other
he was
day.
choking up a little high.
He revealed that he went on a 5-week trip across the country. It took his uncle 5 weeks to get from New Jersey to
Yeah.
California, and he
5 weeks.
would eat 4
They went through
Whoppers a day.
Mississippi on their way. Yeah.
Yeah.
At a meal, at a sitting.
And he would eat 4 Whoppers every time they
was
went to
10.
Burger King. 4 Whoppers at the age of 10.
and
2
2
fries and a malted.
Yeah.
A chocolate malted. That's what he said, a malted.
That kid needed to see. What was that McDonald's movie where the guy ate
Supersize Me.
Supersize Me? Needed to
Yeah.
see that before that trip.
Exactly.
Back after this. Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Chris Mannix is here. So what'd you think of the Super Bowl? We didn't get a chance to talk to you a little bit about
Let
it.
down.
I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It's like,
You got the feeling though, watching that they could play 100 times and Denver wouldn't win.
yeah.
Like, what didn't Peyton Manning set a record for completions in that game? And
Yeah.
they
But
still got
God,
pasted.
I was there. I was
Dinking and
watching it,
dunking.
and my God, talk about that particular stat you just mentioned. Talk about the most overlooked, overrated stat ever. Did he really? He set that record? I
Yeah.
couldn't even.
It was all like
just
these
all
3-yard
short,
passes.
like screen passes, right?
Nothing. That defense.
Well, they would just rally to the ball and
Yeah.
swarm the receiver. No yards after
Yeah.
the catch.
and you could tell they were aware of, Cam Chancellor back there, the big hitters back there.
yeah.
I mean, they were clearly very early on. They got the message.
No,
They
as
were
soon
scared.
as- him that
as soon
first
as
hit.
Thomas got blasted
Yeah.
by Cam Chancellor, it was not
Alligator
gonna
arms
work.
everywhere.
And that's
Been in
exactly
there-
what their middle linebacker said before the game. They're not going to try that against us. Immediately, one of the first times they do, there's decimation.
Being there live, that first hit on Thomas, that really was something else, man.
Sends a message too.
Yeah, I mean, I was, we were in the upper deck in the end zone, but you could hear that. You
Yeah.
could hear that all over that's one of those cliches that's true. You could hear that all over the stadium.
Yeah, and you got to put a lot of it on Peyton too. I mean, it's his moment, it's his team.
Yeah.
Find a way to score. It's not all him, but
From the very beginning, that pay, the safety and everything, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I mean, I guess then maybe that wasn't his fault. But
Pick six. I mean, that was those are killers. I mean, that's so demoralizing when you throw a pick six because then you got to go back out there.
Statistically speaking, it means that you're going to lose.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, it's
One pick
terrible.
six, and I don't know what that number is, but it's ridiculously.
we got to think about. Is Aaron here? Aaron's not here. Okay. Well, can you stick around for
Sure.
another? Yeah. Maybe do another segment until Aaron gets here. Aaron Berg coming up, but stick around. More Chris Mannix after that.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.